We're back, and today One Piece is on the hot seat because if you don't know, the spoiling community just spoiled a huge thing about One Piece and they're not happy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it. And if it's not obvious, we are clearly going to be talking about One Piece spoilers, especially regarding chapter 1137, which is kind of crazy that we're going that far. But yes, spoilers ahead. Now, if you don't know, with the latest leaks that came out, it was revealed a new character that's, a lot of people were theorizing about, a very popular character in One Piece with Shanks and this mysterious new twin that looks a lot like Shanks, and a lot of people were saying that Shanks is a traitor, blah, 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 blah. Now, we finally learned who this character is in chapter 1137. Big plot twist, big reveal, amazing, right? But of course, the spoiling community, they spoiled the crap out of this. And this is a thing that I would always say, especially when it comes to One Piece. One Piece is peak fiction. The One Piece, what the actual One Piece is going to be the biggest, the most biggest event in anime history. I promise you this. Whenever the manga reveals what the One Piece actually is, whether it's a good reveal, bad reveal, mediocre, horrible, it does not matter on what part of the argument you land in. It is going to be the most talked about thing in anime community ever. Like, nothing is gonna come close, right? And I always tell this to people that if you don't want to get spoiled, you have to stay off the internet. And it sucks that we have to do that. And me personally, I don't mind spoilers. Like, if I get spoiled, no big deal. It's whatever. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the reason I'm reading the One Piece manga, the reason I try to keep up with it, is because when the One Piece gets revealed, I do not want to be spoiled. And if people are getting mad at Shamrock being revealed, I promise you, you're going to get spoiled when the One Piece gets revealed. And it's one of those things that you can't really help it, because it's not like the spoilers come out and then people are respectful about it. Some people, they really want to see the world burn, and they just literally either make YouTube shorts, TikToks, whatever, and they just put the spoilers right there, no warning, nothing. And you don't see it coming, and boom, just like that, you're spoiled. And it could definitely ruin it for some people, right? Because at the end of the day, if you don't want to be spoiled, you shouldn't have to be spoiled, right? But reality, that's not the world that we live in. Some people, they're a-holes and they're gonna spoil people. So you really have to navigate on your tippy toes in order to not get spoiled. Now, I do feel like one of the biggest issues, especially when it came to the spoiling community, it was with Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, one of the Jujutsu Kaisen leakers, they were literally one of the most watched people on Twitter because of, I think it was every Wednesday that they released the spoilers. Millions and millions of people were watching this dude spoil the crap out of Jujutsu Kaisen, like all the leaks, the full chapter, so on and so on. And while I don't think One Piece is at that level, I don't think there's somebody out there leaking every single page of One Piece. But I do think whenever we start getting closer to even bigger reveals that pertain to the One Piece, I think that's when we're going to start getting those big leakers, those big people getting those big audiences, because it's One Piece, right? It's one of the most popular series out there in anime, in manga, and a lot of people really want to know what the One Piece is. It's been building up for 20 plus years. It's gonna be absolutely insane. I really don't think people understand or fathom how big this event is going to be, and I'm here for it. So I always recommend people, especially if it comes to One Piece, to read the manga. And heck, if you really don't want to be spoiled around that time period, you probably want to get off the internet. Now, how could Shueisha and Weekly Shonen Jump, how could they combat leakers? Because honestly, it's not something that they can actually stop right away. My only solution that I can think of is whenever the leaks start coming out, they automatically just release the official chapter, especially when the leaking, at least from what I see, tends to be more here in the US, where I guess somebody in Japan gets a hold of the actual magazine, they scan the pages, or they get a summary of everything that happened in the chapter, and they just kind of put it on their accounts, right? Now, of course, if you do that, if you just release the full chapter, I don't know, again, with Japan and how they deal with leaks over there. I don't know if they have a leaking community that's actively You know, every Wednesday, Thursday, whenever the leaks come out, they're actively like looking and looking for all these leaks. But I know in the US, at the very least, people do want to read leaks because, you know, they just don't want to wait the full week, right? They're impatient, whatever the case may be. But I honestly feel like if at the very least here in the US, whenever leaks start coming out, if they just release the full chapter like in an official capacity digitally, then, you know, there's no reason to go to the leakers, right? It's one of those things where if you give people what they want, then people are not going to pirate. It's one of those things where the reason why a lot of anime and manga get pirated so often is because it's so easy to do, right? When you can literally go to a website and just read the full chapter, no issues, whatever. Why would you go to the official one and pay money, right? Even though it's like $3 a month. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think the SilentHxH app, the Shonen Jump Plus app, is like $3 a month. You get to read every single anime or every single manga that's on there, unlimited. You can't even beat that, right? And people are still choosing to pirate because at the end of the day, they just don't want to play. They don't want to pay $3 a month, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, at this point, the only other option is for free, and then I guess nobody's gonna pirate manga or anything anymore because they'll have an official place to watch it without, you know, having to pay. But yeah, if $3 is the reason why you're pirating something, I don't know, right? But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because, again, the One Piece and the whole thing is setting up for a cosmic level event, and a lot of people, if people are salty about this, they're gonna be salty about the One Piece reveal, and I really hate for people to go through that. That doesn't mean that you should go and read the leaks every week or whatever, but you're definitely gonna have to be on the lookout. But let me know what you think. Do you think One Piece leaks are getting out of hand? What do you think is gonna happen whenever the leaks for the One Piece actually start coming out? What do you think the community is gonna react to that? And like always, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace out. Boom.